The saying for this session is, Father, into thy hand I commend my spirit. So the first question is, what does this say? And for me, that's the hard part. It gives me trouble because it sounds more like Shakespeare. That is, I assume the gospel translators or writers were familiar with Shakespeare. And it sounds more like that than the words of a real, live human being who's hanging on a cross in serious pain. His lungs are filling up with fluid. He's gasping for breath. But I'm willing to believe that, or hope, that the translators got the meaning right. And so that leads us to the second question, what does it mean? I'm trying to think of what Jesus had in mind. I would think he's full of doubt. Doubts that he had done what he was supposed to do. So he could have been thinking, gee, Dad, I've been trying to listen to what you wanted me to do. I hope I've tried to do what you intended. But this sure doesn't seem like what I had hoped would happen. And I hope I haven't screwed it up. I just have to hope and trust that you can pull it out of the fire. And the third question, of course, is, so what? What are we to do about it? And as Father Jerry has been reminding us a lot, we're supposed to listen. And for me, that takes stopping what I'm doing, being quiet, being still and listening for that little quiet voice that's supposed to speak to us. But actually to do that, to stop what I'm doing and listen, it ought to seem easy to do, but I don't find it to be easy at all. I find it to be very difficult. I can be quiet and listen in morning quiet time, but the next thing I know, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I can try tricks. I've set my phone to go off every hour. That works for maybe 2 or 3 hours, then I'll just ignore it. I suppose the real trick is to want it more. And I think it's probably a lot more important than we think to be able to listen, because I believe that God can speak to us all the time, but we simply don't listen very well or enough or for very long. We can only wonder what we're missing. So I suppose the important lesson here is that we really need to listen a lot more, to find ways to remind ourselves throughout the day, in whatever ways work for us, to ask God to help us to listen to Him so that we don't try to do it all by ourselves. Peace be with you.